Hello there, niblings. I'm Eklinaar. Let's play Knights of the Old Republic, episode 19. Like Bastila suggested, we are going to meet the Jedi Council. So I'm following Bastila and Karth down here to the council room.
You there,
Oh,
Padawan. Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi? Do you mock the honor traditions of our order?
yeah, I'm not a Jedi.
Bastila. I have heard of her. They say she has already mastered the art of battle meditation. Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish pride in her own talents. But as for you, you claim you are not a Padawan? I find this hard to believe. The Force is strong within you. I can feel its presence. If this is some type of jest, it is in very poor taste. The Jedi Order is not a subject for jokes. Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted you. It was harsh and perhaps unfair. My master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay here on Dantooine. May the Force be with you.
Okay. That was a odd interruption.
They're waiting for you inside.
Oh, that all you got to say, Karth?
Ah, so you are the one who rescued Bastila. It is appropriate you are here. We have been discussing your rather special case. I am Jar, a member of the Jedi Council. With me are Master Vrook, Master Vandar, and of course the chronicler of our academy, Master Dorak. Padawan Bastila, I am sure you are already familiar with.
Yeah, aren't they on Coruscant?
Yes, the High Council of the Jedi Order is on Coruscant, but we are the council in charge of the training facility here on Dantooine.
Ah, so it's like an academy.
Bastila tells us you are strong in the Force. We are considering you for Jedi training.
Master Jar speaks out of turn, perhaps. We need indisputable proof of your strong affinity to the Force before we would even consider accepting you for training.
Proof? Surely the entire council can feel the strength of the Force within this man, and I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
Perhaps it was simple luck.
We both know there is no luck. There is only the Force. We all feel the power in Bastila's companion, though it is wild and untamed. Now that this power has begun to manifest itself, can we safely ignore it?
The Jedi training is long and difficult, even when working with a young and open mind. Teaching a child is hard. How much harder will it be for an adult to learn the ways of the Jedi?
Okay, so notice I don't have an option to say no. I only have an option to lie. I get trained as a Jedi no matter what I do. So game's kind of railroading me in my options, but that's how story-heavy role-playing games go.
Traditionally, the Jedi do not accept adults for training, though there are rare exceptions in the history of our order. But you are a special case.
I agree with Master Dorak. Many of our own pupils are leaving the Jedi Order to follow the Sith teachings. We need recruits to stand against Malak. With Revan dead...
Are you certain Revan is truly dead? What if we undertake to train this one and the Dark Lord should return?
We should discuss this matter more fully in private. Bastila, you and your companion must go. This is a matter for the Council alone.
As you wish, Master Vandar. We shall return to the Ebon Hawk and leave you to your deliberations.
Okay, so I'm back on the Ebon Hawk, having a weird dream, apparently.
The dark side is strong in this place. I can feel its power. Is this wise? The ancient Jedi sealed this archway. If we pass beyond this door, we can never go back. The Order will surely banish us. Are the secrets of the Star Forge so valuable? Can its power truly be worth the risk?
Well, that,
This morning's getting stranger by the minute. First Bastila comes out looking like she saw a ghost, and now you. Well, Bastila did mention that you should go to the council chambers before she left. It's no doubt urgent, so you shouldn't keep them waiting.
Uh-huh.
No, she didn't. She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you. Are you all right? You got it.
Alright, so, because Bastila is busy with the council, you may notice her portrait is grayed out. I can't select her as a companion. See, it says she's unable to join the party. Now, normally, this would be the point where I'd pick a party to take with me. Now, I happen to know that I'm not going to need my companions right now, so I'm going to go without any companions. And it'll give you a little warning. You don't have a full party. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. And normally you don't want to do that, but I happen to know that I'm going to be spending all of this time in the Jedi Council, or in the training facility, with the Council for the most part. So it's just easier to not take companions. So yeah, that dream leaves more questions than answers, for sure.
Bastila has told us of a most unusual development. She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
Mm-hmm.
Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us, together.
Mm-hmm. It's getting weird.
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord. Perhaps our hope lies in the dream you and Bastila shared. The Council has come to the conclusion that you and Bastila must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted, and perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you're willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise, you are doomed to fail.
It's training montage time.
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
Training
The path you have
montage.
chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You have done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy. In the traditions and customs of our Order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations, you must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi. These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code. Return when you feel you are ready for this challenge.
Alright, so I think what happens here is you're supposed to go talk to other people in the academy and learn the code. But I already know the code, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the test to save time in the video.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi? Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy in the traditions and customs of our Order, as handed down from master to pupil. These tests will see if you have truly First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must now prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code by completing these fundamental precepts of our Order. There is no emotion.
There is peace.
There is no ignorance.
There is knowledge.
There is no passion.
There is serenity.
There is no chaos.
There is harmony.
There is no death.
There is the Force.
You have learned your studies well, apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our Order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi, the very symbol of our Order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our Order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, Each Jedi must construct his lightsaber with his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
Alright. So he's going to give me this whole long speech about stuff.
You have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order. Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces of evil and the dark side. They focus more on combat training and use of the lightsaber. Yellow is the color of the Jedi Sentinel. This Jedi ferrets out deceit and injustice, bringing it to light. They focus less on combat and more on other skills and abilities. Green is the color of the Jedi Consular. This Jedi seeks to bring balance to the universe. They mediate between other groups, using their powers to end conflict and preserve peace.
So the class system in this game is pretty different from the class system in Star Wars The Old Republic. There's just these 3 Jedi classes, and then the 3 non-Jedi classes that you start the game with. Whereas in Knights of the Old Republic, there's the 4 core classes with the 4 advanced classes. Well, I guess they've separated it out into just the 8 classes now. But yeah, I'm going to be a Guardian, which is the most like my Star Wars The Old Republic character. And there are definitely reasons why I enjoy it in both games.
Indeed. We shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
So these tests that he's giving me now, like he'll ask me these questions, and then he'll tell me, well, based on your answers, I think you would be best at, and then he'll tell me which class he thinks I'll be best at. But it doesn't matter what you answer at the end, you can just pick which class you want to be and ignore his recommendation.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do? Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do? I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do? Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected, you would be most suitable as a Jedi Consular. Which color and path do you believe yourself most suited to, apprentice?
Well, I'm definitely not going to be a Consular. I'm going to be a Guardian.
Here is a blue crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again, and he will instruct you in how to construct it.
Okay, so it's giving me a level up screen. As you can see, my class has now changed. I'm no longer a scout, I'm now a Jedi Guardian. And this is partly why I've been banking up level ups instead of spending them on scout, because I knew I would get to spend them on my Jedi class when I got to that point. So I've got, I think, 4 level ups, if I have guessed correctly. So I'm going to spend skill points and stuff. I'm going to put everything into Persuade from now on. Guardians just don't get much skill. So I've got all these new bonus feats for being a Jedi. I can use lightsabers. I get Jedi Defense, which is just bonus to my defenses. I get Force Jump, which works just like Force Jump in Star Wars The Old Republic, which is my favorite skill, or one of my favorite skills anyway. I get Jedi Sense, which gives me a bonus to defense again. And I get Force Sensitive, which gives me extra Force points. The way that you use force powers works kind of like how sorcerers work in some games. You spend force points to activate your force powers. Alright, so now I've got some feats that I can pick. I'm gonna go up the dueling tree. I like dueling because it gives bonus to attack and defense. And now, so here's my force powers that I can pick. So Cure is super important to have. You need Cure on your character. But I am not level 6 on this particular level up. So I'm going to pick Affect Mind, because it opens up the Dominate Mind, which is the Jedi mind trick, as they call it in the movies, which is not a combat power. The rest of these are combat powers, and this is the only one that isn't. It's one that you use in conversation. I've got one more selection to do, so I'm going to pick Burst of Speed. The first level of Burst of Speed just makes you move fast, and then the later levels give you extra attacks. Alright, so I still have some more level ups available, so I'm going to keep going through them, keep putting points in Persuade. I can pick more. I can pick Cure now. I'm going to get that. Like I said, you need Cure. It's probably possible to beat the game without Cure, but it would be difficult. It's just such a strong power. It lets you heal yourself. Alright, I've got another feat selection. I could pick Dueling, or no, I can't pick the next Dueling. So I'm going to pick Improved Toughness. This is a really good feat because it gives you damage reduction. You may notice the first tier and the third tier do not give you damage reduction. Only the second tier gives you damage reduction. So I always get that because it's only 2 points, but it applies to every attack, so it's very good. And then I get another power. I can get Dominate Mind, so I'm going to pick that. There aren't a lot of cases where you use it, but when you can use it, it's pretty important. I get an attribute bonus this level. I'm going to put it in Strength. More points in Persuade. Get one more power. Let's see here. I've got a list of stuff I want. I think I'm going to get Energy Resistance. Where is it? A lot of these are dark side powers, which I don't want because I'm going light side. You can still select dark side powers even if you are light side. Here's Energy Resistance. But they cost more force points to use if you use force powers of the opposite alignment. Oh, I'm level 9. Let's see. I could get Improved Energy Resistance. What's the difference? This absorbs the first 15 points from Sonic, Fire, Cold, and Electric. This does the same thing, but it grants immunity to poison and disease. That's pretty strong. I could also get Night Speed, which I believe gives me the extra attack. Yeah, I'm going to do that. The extra attack is just so good. And that's it. I'm level 9. So you can see here I have 4 levels in Scout and 5 levels in Guardian. Alright. So I'm going to go construct my lightsaber. Let's see if I can finish training in a single video.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
I don't get the cool lightsaber creation montage that I get in Star Wars The Old Republic. And it looks like I don't have any modifiers yet, so that's it. Just assemble. There's my lightsaber. There's a button to put it away. I don't remember which button it is there.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Oh, really?
Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Yeah, let's do this.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove once used for deep meditation by the Jedi is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop. The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task. I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Alright, well, I think that's a good point to stop the video. So I'm not quite done with my Jedi training, but I do have my lightsaber and Force powers now. So tune in next time, and I will head out to the ancient grove and see what's up. May the Force be with you.